Hello, 大家好.
Hi, I'm Jeff.
This is Jeff, our friend, and he's the owner of this 1967
Yeah, 67 Chevelle Super Sport.
Chevelle Super Sport. Now he's going to talk us through about the history of the brand and everything about this car. So let's check it out.
Chevelle is by Chevrolet. The first year it came out was 1964.
Okay.
And they went through, I'll say 72 was the last good year of Chevelle. And then after that, it was called the Laguna, but it changed. It wasn't as stylish and cool and fast as these are. So 64 to 72 were the best years of Chevelle.
Okay, so that's the first generation, right?
Second.
Second generation.
First generation was 64, 65.
Okay.
66, 67 was the second. They look pretty similar.
Okay, okay.
68, 69 were similar.
Okay, okay.
And then 70 through 72,
Yeah,
and
that's
then
70.
the black one is the 70.
Yes.
So that was the first model year change, and that was really, really popular with the two lights and the stripes and the split grille. And that's one of the most iconic muscle cars ever, is the 70 Chevelle Super Sport that most people recognize. No matter where you're at, if they see a picture of that, they're going to know what that car is.
Yes, I think I've definitely seen those posters when I grew up, when I was a kid, for sure.
Yes, and that's a very prime example of what they look like. They call that a day two look.
Okay, okay.
Meaning, let's say the second day or second week after you bought the car from the factory, you took the factory wheels off and you put on mag wheels and big tires and air shocks. You jacked it up, jacked the back up. He has ladder bars on the bottom.
Yeah.
You can see underneath there.
Yes,
They're white ladder bars.
Yes, yes.
That improves traction.
Okay.
And so those were put on. A stereo was added, a nicer, like back then it was 8-track. So
Okay.
AM, FM 8-track was added, better speakers. That was, headers. So headers that go on the engine, that was added for better sound, better performance. So that was what most young guys did with their money when they got these cars.
So like day two looks kind of like a light modification. Like
Yes.
everything original, but with some tasteful mod.
Right, exactly.
That's day two look.
And then after that, you can make some engine modifications, make it go faster, but basically it was an aesthetic look. And to this day, that is a very popular look.
Yes. So let's come back to your car. So this is the 1967 second generation of
Correct.
the, Chevelle Super Sport. So that's what S stands for.
Right, Super Sport.
But it also has the 396, and that one has 454.
454. It's the cubic inch of the motor.
Ah.
So not the horsepower, but cubic inch.
Okay, how large
The cubic inch of the actual motor was.
Okay, okay.
Yes. The horsepower can vary quite a bit.
Okay.
So anyway, my first car was a 69 Chevelle Super Sport when I was 16. I just loved the car, and so after that, I've had many 68, 69, a lot of the years of the Chevelles. I just have always loved those cars.
Okay.
This particular body style I really like, probably the best out of all of them. I like the 70 Chevelle, the front, but this back part here
Yeah.
with the sail panels is what they call this, the sail panels.
Like from a boat.
Right, how it comes back like this,
Okay.
and the window is set in. And this is a vinyl top.
I know. Ask Ed. Like this is really a weird thing to me. It's like leather, but it's not.
Right, it's got grain. And so there's like a grain to it. Vinyl, it's not leather. But this was an option a lot of cars could come with. It was an extra.
Okay. Is it really hard to maintain? Because like, for example, you have butt dirt on it.
Well, I mean, yes and no. You have to keep it washed, and then you have to keep a conditioner on it so it doesn't dry out and crack.
Okay.
But with these cars, because they're always in the garage, a lot of times, it saves them from the sun, because the sun will dry these out
It
and
needs
crack
to be
them.
moisturized.
It needs to be moisturized. It's like leather boots,
Got it.
So
Got it.
same thing. The body has to be kept up with wax. You got to keep a good wax coating on it.
Okay, okay.
But like I say, back in the day, these cars sat out all the time, and they took a beating from the sun and the salt and all that.
Yes.
But now they're too expensive to do that. It's an investment, and so you keep them in the garage,
Exactly.
and you only take them out on really sunny
days.
days like we have
Really
here.
sunny days, yes.
And that's how you keep them nice. And these should last a long, long time.
Yeah.
So we're basically caregivers of these cars.
True.
We hope that the next generation will carry them on, keep them up, keep them nice, got to keep it going. But
Yes. Yes. This
so-
is like a 67 that is 60 years old.
yes, 50 some. I'm not real good
Almost.
at So anyway, I was 7 when this car came out.
Okay.
So I was too young to appreciate it when they first came out. But then during the 70s is when I got into these old cars.
Okay.
And I would say GTO really started it in '64, kind of the muscle car craze.
Okay.
So '64 to '72 is what a lot of people will say was the muscle car era. You know, the greatest period for horsepower, looks,
Yes,
all that.
I think in that area, like the economy was really booming. Everyone's rich, and the fuel price was cheap.
Yes, gas was cheap,
Yeah.
and so you didn't need a lot of money. You didn't have to be a millionaire to have these cars.
Yes.
You know. You needed a good job because
Yes.
you had to have insurance for it and the upkeep. But it was more affordable for the common man
Yes.
to have a car like this.
Yes, and I think that's the epitome of the muscle cars. It's affordable, fast cars for the mass people.
Right.
I think that's what it is, right? Because
Right.
today, like for Mustang, like 5-liter V8, you can buy it for like 40 grand.
Right,
Which,
between
you know,
40 and 50 grand.
Yeah, but that's like that's half the supercar price or half the sports car price.
Yes.
So
Yes.
yeah.
So anyway,
Yeah.
I've had this since '07.
Okay.
I had a '70 Chevelle, like the black one, only
Okay.
it was red with black stripes.
Okay.
And then ended up selling that. It took 2 years to find this one.
Okay.
And this was basically, we call it a turnkey car when you don't have to do a restoration on it.
Okay.
So the paint's done, interior's done, engine's done.
Okay.
It's been refurbished.
Got it. So it's basically when you bought it, it's ready.
Right, it was ready to go.
Yeah.
I mean, I've done little things to it, like put the Krager's tires on it, raised it up, a better stereo,
Okay.
tilt wheel,
Okay.
stuff like that. But
Yeah.
the basic car
Yeah.
was
Is that
here.
your personal?
Well, it's the original plate. So 1967, this is what they look like
Okay.
in that year.
Okay.
These are my initials.
Okay.
Well, Jeff, so that's why I got these. It says JF. That doesn't really mean anything to me.
Okay.
But this is where you put the gas in.
Really?
So that's, you have to bend down, pull this thing down, take that off.
Wow.
And we put like an additive in now because of the ethanol in the gas.
Okay.
So I put an additive in and then I put premium gas.
Wow.
So these run the best on premium.
Okay.
But premium, of course, is the most expensive gas here.
Yes.
And so, when it's $4 or $5 a gallon, maybe 6, whatever, these only get maybe 10, 12
I know.
miles per gallon. So you go through a tank of gas pretty quick.
Yes.
And it's expensive to fill them up for a full tank of gas. So you kind of, what do you call it? You're careful about where you drive,
Yes.
and how far you're going to go.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry,
Okay. This here, the Super Sport models had this black panel in between the lights,
Okay.
where the Malibu did not. It was the regular color of the car.
Okay.
So that's how you can tell from afar if it's a Super Sport. So you got this. You have these.
Super Sport is the highest model, right?
Right. In horsepower too.
Yeah.
And so this is one of my favorite emblems of the Super Sport. I like the chrome. I like the white SS, and I like how it's dropped.
Nice.
And then this is a wraparound light.
Yes.
They started doing this for safety in '67, so you can see the car from the side, not just the
Okay,
back. But just the chrome, the black, this whole area is one of my favorite parts of the car.
Yeah, I can see the angle is pretty thick.
The black stripe was added also after the restoration. It is a GM part,
Okay.
that you could get with it. But what I like is the black stripe, the black. I don't remember what they call this, but it ties in with the black vinyl top. That's what I
Yes.
like about it.
Yeah, that's what I told Ed. It's like I also told you, right? So the black and red comes along really nicely.
It really pops.
Yes, yes.
If this car was all red, it just would be a lot of red without breaking it up a little bit.
Exactly.
So that complements it.
Yes.
And at first, I didn't want a car with a black vinyl top, but when I saw this, it was so nice. I kind of it grew on me, and now I'm glad that I have it.
Yes. Wow. Look at these tires. They're pretty.
So these are.
And also, oh wow, there's no tread.
This is like a street slick.
Okay.
So it is a DOT, which means Department of Transportation
Okay.
approved tire, because there is some tread on it.
Okay.
Okay, but not a lot.
Okay.
So these are not good in rain. You don't want to really be caught in rain because there's not a lot of traction. You'll slide, you'll spin your tires, but you get really good grip when it's dry.
Okay. Yeah. One is hot.
When it's hot, and they look
Sticky.
cool.
Yes.
They look like a drag tire.
Yes. So this is a 255 60 R50 255 watt.
And then this is a 15x8 Krager wheel, SS Krager, which is my favorite type of wheel.
Okay.
I've had several.
Oh, so this is not original.
No, this is not an original wheel.
Okay.
So you'd call this.
I can see the logo there.
This one's upside down.
Okay.
The way it's sitting.
yes.
The cap is upside down. We might find another one. This right side up. But anyway,
Drum brakes.
yeah, drum brakes on the back.
Yeah.
That's how these came, and
Yeah.
we'll go to the front, disc in front. But some of them came with drum brakes, and so that was an addition if you wanted disc brakes. It was more money.
Okay. Got it.
But this wheel, I believe, came out in '65, and to this day, it's one of the most popular wheels. To this day, all these years later, that people like and associate with these kind of cars.
Okay, so basically, this is the right wheel for the car, basically.
Yes, and the other, if you want to pan over there,
Yeah.
is called an Anson wheel,
Okay.
or a slotted disc mag is what those are called.
Okay. Okay.
And so back in the day, you either had those, an Anson wheel, or you had the Kragers.
Okay.
They had a few others, but those were the two most popular wheels that you could get and the guys had.
Got it. Got it.
You want to stick with the
continue
outside?
the outside, yeah.
Okay, if you go down here, you see how you finally got the SS Krager up.
Yes.
The way it should be.
That's the proper logo.
That's the way you read it.
Okay. I see. Nice.
And,
yeah, front I can see you have a more sensible tire.
Right, more tread,
Yeah.
it's skinnier,
Yeah.
better stopping power
Yes.
with the disc brake.
Yes. Yes. With this brake. Yes. Okay.
And then here, this is another favorite part. The 396 turbojet is, there again, the cubic inches is what that means.
Okay.
And then
like what's
displacement.
Yeah, I know, but can you translate that to liters? Do you know?
No, I don't know liters. I don't know liters.
Oh.
But anyway, and then this was Chevrolet's cross flags was their
Yeah.
monogram.
Yeah. So everything like Corvette. It was all.
Corvettes had those, yes. I believe the Camaros did.
Oh, yeah.
But if you look at this angle here,
Yeah.
and this angle, they kind of match, and you get the angle of the flag. So I like how the angles all tie together.
Oh, I see what you mean. So here follows here. Yeah.
Follows there, follows here. And it's little subtle things like that that most people don't realize what the designers did.
Wow, you are very, very, detail driven.
That I am. I will admit to that. Very detail driven.
Yeah.
So there again, it's got just the Chevelle on the hood, and then these were just decoration.
Okay, so they're not real.
No, the air does not go through it.
Okay.
Just decoration, but they are chrome. It's metal, and they're not plastic.
Okay.
So they're steel. But, they just kind of sit on top the hood bulges here.
Yeah, yeah.
This is the SS hood. The Malibu hood did not have that.
Okay, so it has this two bulge.
Right, two hood bulges or whatever they want to call it. It's not really a scoop, but it just dressed up the hood.
Yes, yes. Make it more like a sporty.
Right, and the black here on this grill, right here and here, is part of the SS package also. Like I mentioned, the back was black.
Okay, okay.
The Malibu, this would all be chrome.
Okay.
Just like this, all these would be chrome. And this would say Chevelle here.
Okay, okay.
So that's just a difference you can tell in them.
I see. Yes. I think the black rail definitely has flavor.
And let's see why we're...
Right over there, you may?
Yeah, oh, here it is. I've had so many, I had to remember where it's at. Okay, so under here is where the release is for the door.
Oh, wow.
I mean, for the hood, excuse me.
Wow. Jeff, why don't you talk us through that?
Okay, so this engine has been replaced. When the car was restored in '99,
Okay.
A new engine was put in.
Okay.
So this is a 454 displacement instead of the original 396.
Oh, yes, yes.
And it's got 425 horsepower,
Okay.
which the original 396 did not have that much.
Got it.
But the outside looks the same as the 396. They're all a big block motor.
Okay.
So really, it's the internal parts that give you that displacement.
Okay, yeah. So basically the same engine block, but
Right.
because the bore is different, I think.
Right, it's the cubic inches, and the power that the engine makes is all internal that you can't see.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, you used to have like this big and then it has this big.
Right,
this
everything's a little bigger, stronger.
Yeah.
So this also has the factory air conditioning.
Okay.
This is the factory air,
Okay.
which a lot of muscle cars back then didn't have because it robbed some of your power.
Okay.
And guys wanted to go fast. They didn't want a power robber, so it weighs more.
Yes. of
So
course.
the car's heavier.
Yes.
So, but now I'm glad it has it because on hot, humid days,
Yeah.
you
You got the
conditioning.
usability there.
Yes, you feel cool on a hot day.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of it's all pretty basic.
Just a brake,
brake booster.
Yeah. Do you have power steering?
Yeah, power steering's on this, and then your battery here. But it's all pretty stock
Yes.
looking. This hasn't really differed from stock. So a lot of guys who are into stock looking really like looking at this engine bay.
Yeah.
It hasn't been changed a whole lot.
Yes. I mean, was the engine block originally painted orange?
Yes, no, that's Chevy orange or Hugger orange. That's what they call that, and that's just kind of a Chevy trademark. Is that color?
Okay. I want to ask because I saw the same logo in Ed's car. Fisher body.
Yeah.
What is it?
That's a sill plate that they call it. That was just something GM had. All the GM cars, body by Fisher. It's just the company they used.
Oh, okay.
And so they all have that.
Okay, okay.
So this is an automatic.
Oh, this is
three-speed automatic, right. There's no clutch in this.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
And then you can see there's a built-in clock.
Okay.
That it's been replaced because the original clocks didn't work very well, and this is a quartz clock.
Yeah, but was it there already?
But it's there, yes.
So you have to like put your hands down to look at the clock and take your eyes off the road.
Right, but at least you have a clock.
Okay, okay. It's better than nothing. Better than nothing. Yeah. So how's the so it's 4-speed automatic?
3-speed. It's a 3-speed automatic.
Wow. One L1, L2, T. So those
Right, low 1, low 2, and then drive.
Okay, okay. Yeah. How does it feel? Is it like jerky?
No, it's very smooth, but it takes off quick.
Okay.
So there's the SS wheel, which in '67 was fancier than '66. They kind of dressed it up, and it's got a aftermarket AM/FM radio that has iPod, and I've got an iPod in the ashtray. So I've got it running through the back, but it's in the ashtray.
So you say this is like a look of the.
It's the look of the original.
But you can play Apple in the back.
Right, and so it's like a jukebox. You know, you just have continuous good rock and roll music from the era.
Very nice.
And then this here is a tachometer.
Okay.
And if you can get that, you can't really see it, but in the tachometer is the left turn signal. Because where they put that tach, it covered the turn signal on the dashboard.
Oh, okay.
And so they integrated it into the tach.
Hold on. So is this an aftermarket thing or
No,
that was
that was an original tachometer.
Wow. So it's separate from the dash.
Separate from the dash.
Whoa. That's a weird
But
design.
that's how they came up with the blinker in that, because that covered the original one.
Oh, okay. Okay. I see.
And then
speedometer is pretty weird.
it goes up. Yeah, they call that a sweep.
Oh, it's called
Because they're not like round gauges, so they call that a sweep hand. And then this is a tilt wheel. A tilt wheel did not come with this car, but I had that added later, which is nice. You know, it goes up and down for different. That handle is for the tilt wheel.
Okay.
So you just have adjustments, you know, depending on how big you are and what's comfortable when you're driving.
Is this aluminum or?
That is metal.
Oh,
The chrome is metal. Yeah, that's all chrome. The seats are a high-grade vinyl. They're not leather, but it kind of feels like it. But there again, and this is what they look like from the factory.
Okay.
This chrome button was in it, and the lines, the stitching you see is from the factory, and the back seat also.
Yeah, I mean, this is a typical like American style in the 70s because it's like a bench style basically. It's like a bench.
Well, you could get a bench, or you could get bucket seats.
Oh, okay.
And the bucket seats look more sporty or racy, so a lot of guys got this because then you got the console with the shifter in the middle too, which looks more racing.
Okay, I see. Wow. So this, you still have the manual one? I think
Right.
that changes to automatic.
Yeah, he changed his, but these are the manual window cranks.
Yeah.
There's no power locks or anything on it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why. Like, you know, when I was checking S car, so you guys always has like disc brakes on this brake pedal. It's like, why?
It just tells you that it has disc brakes.
Okay, it's like a marketing thing.
Right, instead of non-disc brakes.
Okay.
So you can just kind of tell by looking in there.
I see.
And then the back has a rear speaker, and that also is factory.
Okay.
A lot of people put two
Yeah, I think it has
speakers on either side of that, but then it doesn't look period correct anymore. But either one works.
Yes, I mean, from this angle you can tell like it's like the traditional muscle car windows, like, you know, open shape, this kind of thing, and I really fancy that. It's like,
Right, when you have the windows down, there's no bar here.
Yeah, exactly. That's the point.
You know, there's no frame to this window. It's all down.
Basically, there's no B pillar. You know?
Right.
Yes. So you have A pillar, you have C pillar.
Right, there's no B pillar.
Which is pretty cool. Yeah.
You get a lot of wind when you're going down the road on a warm day.
Yeah, exactly.
And it looks cool that way too.
That's the whole way. It looks really cool.
And a lot of people see these cars and they think it's a convertible with the top up.
Oh yeah, because it's like this sort of like it's a different color.
Different color. And if you look back here, the A pillar is red.
Yeah.
Okay, so it looks like a convertible.
It's like you can sort of like disconnect here. Yeah.
But some of them later on, the vinyl went down here. So now all of a sudden it didn't look as much like a convertible because it continued on down here.
Exactly. Cool.
This has a lot of good things going for it, except the gas mileage.
Okay.
But it sounds cool. It looks cool. You know, the newer cars just don't look the same. They don't sound the same, even though they're fast. The new muscle cars are fast. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
There's nothing like the sound of a V8 motor with headers on it and the right mufflers. You know, when you, especially a 4-speed like Ed's car, when he's getting on that,
Yeah.
there's just nothing like that sound.
Yes, it's the basically. I think when I talk about American muscle cars, it has to be a V8. It has to be like 5 liter plus.
Yes.
Those are the like typical things you have to have.
Right. The big blocks.
Okay.
They call these rats big blocks.
Okay.
A small block motor is referred to as a mouse, like say a 350 or a 283.
Okay.
But since these are big blocks, 396, 454, 427,
Okay.
those are rats, a rat motor.
Okay. Yeah. So you know, you said you hate about the the fuel economy here. So it's like 10 miles per gallon.
10 to 12. I mean, I've never really figured it out because I don't want to figure it out.
Yeah. You don't want to think about it.
No, but you can tell by how much you put in it
Yeah.
and how many miles you get, you know,
Yeah.
before you have to fill up again. It's not a lot.
Yeah.
But-
10 miles per gallon. That's pretty.
But it's fun.
It's-
And these cars were built to go in a straight line fast.
yes.
They weren't built for handling because going through turns, especially quickly, they're kind of all over the place.
Yes.
They're too soft, or, you know, they're hard to handle. You got to know how to handle these cars.
Yes.
But when you're going straight in a fast line, they're just great.
I know.
We have a really good group of guys here that like to get together.
Community.
Yes, a car community is like no other as far as the bond. It doesn't matter what age you are, whether it's Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, you know, they're all muscle cars. So we've all come together. We all share the love of car culture, getting together, going to cruise nights, car shows, lunches like this. This is like a lunch cruise.
Okay.
You know, we get anywhere from 3 to 5 to 8 to 10 people come.
Okay.
But it's our hobby. It's a lot of fun. You know, we don't golf, we don't fish, we don't do ball, we don't do a lot of those things.
Yeah.
It's all about the cars.
Amazing. Oh. 来，大家听一下。Yes. Yes. Yeah, rev up. Yeah. Nice.
Open up the hood or the trunk. You always have a soft cloth so you don't get your fingerprints on the paint.
Oh my god. Oh. Wow, look at here.
This is a pretty big trunk. These had bigger trunks than the 70s did.
Okay.
As you can see here, it goes up even farther in there.
Okay.
And so this here is what it's really cooler when I keep all my accessories in there, my cleaning supplies.
Okay.
So that's what that's for. Because when you go to shows, you need to have that stuff.
Okay.
This is a chair with a canopy on it.
Okay.
Here's a full spare tire.
Okay.
So that's what's under there.
Okay.
That's like what an original rim would have looked like on this car, an original type.
Yes.
But when we go to these shows, I have a 10 by 10 canopy that we put up.
Okay.
And it says Chevelle on it.
Oh.
Max, a Chevelle, you know, kind of our group. But I can fit it diagonal. It fits all the way in that corner and it fits here. And I mean, that's the only way I can get it in here.
Yeah.
But a lot of muscle cars, you couldn't fit a tent in there because they're not big enough.
Got it.
So that's one of the things I like about this Chevelle is the size.
Okay. So it's also practical.
Practical, you can get 3 people in back. I mean, 2 more comfortable, but you could fit 3 in the back.
Yeah.
Where Mustangs, Firebirds, Camaros, you really can't. I mean, they're not made for adults. You can get little kids back there. And then the Impala, those were the bigger cars that you could, you know, a little more roomy, but they were bigger and heavier.
Got it.
So this is the in-between size
Yeah.
of the Camaro, the Chevelle, the Impala, let's say.
Okay.
So it's just a nice, you know, you can get more people in it,
Yeah.
but it's not so heavy you can't go fast enough.
Got it. Make sure.
So just one of the things that I like about the Chevelle model.
Okay. So it has a bit of both.
Yes, it's got everything for me. Yes.
Perfect. This is perfect model for you.
So there
Yeah.
again.
Oh my god.
So when I get home, I will debug it, get a sponge, get the bugs off the windshield, and then the front. Let's go around the front.
Yeah.
The grill, the bumper, that always gets bugs on it.
Okay. So you mean like this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That there, you want to get that off. You don't want to keep that stuff on.
Okay.
And bugs will also harm the paint if you keep it on there for a long time.
Okay.
So you want to get that stuff off.
Okay.
The grill, the bumper, that of course picks up a lot of bugs.
Okay.
Especially if you're in the country.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bugs in the country.
So
the other thing that a muscle car guy needs is a wheelie chair. So it's a padded chair that's low. It has wheels on it.
Okay.
So you can sit on it and you can clean this. Because you're going to be here a while. So you're going to be comfortable. Have your buckets down here.
So like a small chair here.
Right, a chair with wheels on it.
Yeah.
And have your rag.
Yeah.
Clean, light, You got to do the sides behind the tires. They throw up stuff, so you're gonna get that. But then when you go out next time, your car's clean, ready to go. You just have to dust it. There's a duster that we use on it that just gets the light dust off.
Wow.
But basically, you're ready to go.
Wow. These are all the details, like real life of a
Right.
muscle car owner.
Right. It's not just put the car away and then take it out next week. I mean, if you want it to be clean
Yeah.
and look its best, you have to really detail these things and keep them up when you get home, so they're ready to go.
Wow.
But that's half the fun of it, because I put on rock and roll.
Okay.
American 60s, 70s, and usually get a drink going if I'm done for the day.
Okay.
Get an adult beverage going.
Okay.
And so you've got the doors open, music going, a drink in your hand,
Yeah.
cleaning a muscle car. It doesn't get any better than that. It
Oh
really
my
doesn't.
God, that's like a proper American dream.
Yeah, it is. Some people may think it's work, but I think it's fun,
Wow.
because you're either into it or you're not.
Absolutely. It's part of your life.
It's a culture. It's part of the car culture. And most car guys keep their cars really clean and neat, and so they're ready to go. They always look nice.
Yes.
But
Amazing.
that helps because you don't take them out every day.
That's true.
Yeah, and it's always nice weather.
Yeah,
So
you need to wait for this weather
Yes.
to come out.
yes.
So thank you, Jeff, so much for today, taking us through his car, as well as the entire experience of owning a American muscle car.
Thank you, Tom. I appreciate it. You ask a lot of good questions, and I hope the viewers back there that see this learn something from it. And maybe if you get a chance to come here someday, you can experience this.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Jeff.
Thank you, Tom.
See ya. Bye-bye.